back to my channel. For today's video, I am stripping it down, going super skincare focused and going through the top 5 skincare myths that I am absolutely beyond annoyed are still a thing. It's 2020. Let's see clearly. See what I did there? We're going to go through some of the skincare myths that absolutely bother the hell out of me and what the truth behind them is. We're going to dig real deep into just what do you need to keep your skin looking and feeling great. I'm not saying this as a person who has perfect skin. There are definitely moments where I feel a little bit like I could use a little work. However, on the general basis, I'm really quite happy with how my skin looks. I used to have really bad redness, which has pretty much, for the most part, completely dissipated after years of finding the right cocktail of skincare products and really addressing my concerns. So if you want to go through some of the skincare myths that really just annoy the crap out of me, make sure to keep on watching, and please don't forget to subscribe because I upload 3+ times a week, and that's going to be the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So let's jump right into it. First thing I'm going to say is make sure to leave comments down below if you have any questions. A lot of these are going to be specific to certain types of skin or overall concerns. So if I give an acne tip and you don't have acne, but you have a question that how it might relate to you, make sure to drop it down below. First, big disclaimer I am going to say across the board is if you're doing something that goes against what I'm saying and it works for you, stick to it. Something that I know, and I've said it in past videos, coconut is one of the most comedogenic, pore clogging ingredients on the market. A lot of people have major issues with any coconut derivative products in their skincare or makeup or anything. I am one of those people, so anytime I use something with coconut, my pores seize up and I break out. That does not mean that if you've been cleansing with coconut oil for 20 years and you don't have a problem with it, that you need to stop. Everybody's skin is different. So keep in mind and take everything with a grain of salt that these are the things that I have found through my knowledge and working in the industry and my Sephora background and really just experimenting with skincare for a very long time. So the first myth that I'm going to say is that if you have oily skin, you don't need to use a moisturizer. Now that is the biggest issue across the board. So when you look at oily skin versus dry skin, there's two very different sides of the coin. Because in addition to being oily and dry, there's also hydrated and dehydrated. So for example, the amount of times that people have told me that my skin was dehydrated and that's why I was creating oil. No, I have oily skin. You can have dry skin that is dehydrated. You can have skin that is properly hydrated, but it is still dry and flaky just because of the makeup of your skin. Opposite side of the coin, you can have oily, where you're oily just because you're dehydrated. Our body does not naturally produce water, it produces oil. So if your skin is dehydrated, sometimes your skin will create extra oil to combat that dryness. I am, however, the other option. I am hydrated, but oily. I use moisturizers, I use serums, I add a lot of hydration into my skin. Not too much, but just enough hydration. And if I was to check the moisture levels of my skin, they are very healthy. However, I also have an overactive sebum gland in my skin, which means that it just naturally creates more oil than I need. So no matter how many moisturizers I throw on, my skin is always going to have a little bit of that glowy, dewy shine to it, which now that I'm living in Florida, I'm learning to embrace a little bit more now that I'm not so, my skin needs to be matte, everything needs to be super flat and dry. But that being said, you're going to have to figure out and play around with the balance. So whether you're going to Sephora and have them use the moisture meter on you, or you're going to an esthetician, have somebody determine the moisture level of your skin before you decide that you are dehydrated. Because in all reality, it just might be you're using the wrong moisturizer, or you need something with a better ingredient for your skin type. But that being said, just because your skin is oily does not mean that your skin should not be moisturized or hydrated with a moisturizer. Something that I used to do all the time when my skin was really greasy is I'd skip moisturizer because I thought I didn't need it. When I started using a moisturizer and actually hydrating my skin, I noticed that my moisture level rose and my skin felt nicer and my oil levels dropped. They are still higher than normal, so I'm still considered oily skin. However, it is so much better because it's no longer dehydrated. Myth number 2 is that the harder you scrub your skin or exfoliate your skin or the grittier the product, the better it is for getting the dead skin off of your face. That is absolutely a lie. I have said on my channel a dozen times, I personally do not love physical exfoliators. I will use them maybe once every other week. I tend to prefer chemical exfoliators because what they will do is as the skin on the surface dies off, the bonds connecting it to the skin weaken and in most cases break off. So using a chemical exfoliator will dissolve the dead skin off without irritating the live, healthy skin underneath. That being said, if you're using something that's way too strong, you can give yourself a chemical burn, so don't use something too strong for your tolerance. But when you're exfoliating, you want to make sure you're using something of the right strength. I always equate it, a physical exfoliant, to sandpaper. So Brandon loves to exfoliate, and the amount of microdermabrasions and just gritty, polish style exfoliators that he likes to try and use, I've gotten him almost entirely weaned off of them just because, again, it's like taking sandpaper to your skin. It is not good for you. That being said, a very lightweight physical exfoliant is not bad. I tend to prefer, if you want that feel of a little bit of grit, go in with a powder enzyme exfoliator. I'm currently using the Dermalogica Rice Powder Enzyme Exfoliator. That uses an enzyme to chemically break down any dead skin on the surface, but because it is a powder that you add a little bit of water to and then you emoliate it in your hands, you can still emulate that grit feeling a little bit on the skin without actually having to physically scrape your skin off. That being said, other side of the coin, you don't want to over exfoliate your skin. I usually tell people when you're starting off 2 times a week maximum, build yourself up. 3 times a week is the absolute maximum for people. If you feel like you really need to exfoliate often, 3 times a week tops. The amount of times people are like, oh yeah, I use a apricot scrub from St. Ives every night in the shower. First off, that is all chemicals, don't put it on your face. Second off, you're literally sandpapering your skin, which if your skin is constantly fighting off irritation, it's not going to be firm and supple and hydrated, it's going to be rough and coarse and damaged. Plus, when you're using those enzyme treatments, like, I don't want to shade a brand because I personally, there are a lot of products in the Ole Henriksen line that I really enjoy. I love their oil-free toner, the balancing toner, but their walnut scrub, you're basically lacerating your skin. You are putting microscopic tiny little cuts on your skin, and if you're into derma rolling and using like needling, that's very different than scrubbing and ripping your skin raw. It is a much more controlled process, and there's a lot more that goes into it. If you are interested in a video on microneedling, leave me a comment down below and let me know. I will possibly do that if that's something you guys are into. But microneedling and that type of skincare routine is very different than walnut scratches on your face. So the next big one that I hear all the time is that makeup wearers are aging your skin, and that is honestly absolutely bogus. There is no correlation between wearing makeup and how you age. The difference is how you clean your skin. So the biggest thing for me is double cleansing. So if you wear makeup throughout the day and you wash your face with a makeup wipe and then go to bed, your skin is not clean. You have taken the makeup off, but there's still residual makeup. The amount of times, like, I'll use a makeup wipe and then I will grab like my Clarisonic and I'll put a little bit of any type of foaming cleanser on it and I will start cleaning. The clear wash or the white color suds turn beige from my foundation that's coming after I've already cleansed. That is why you want to make sure you are double cleansing your skin if you're wearing makeup. Because the issue with makeup is not that it's on your skin, it's whether or not you're allowing your skin the ability to breathe and live and really be healthy on its own. I am filming a video later today where I'm going through some of my favorite makeup that is infused with skincare benefits. And one little tip that I'm going to give you in this video is stop buying makeup primers, buy skincare primers. So the Benefit Porefessional is a silicone primer to smooth out your pores. You can get that same effect from really quite a few skincare related primers that are also going to benefit your skin with things like vitamins A, C, and E, with things like niacinamide, with things that are going to be a little bit better for your skin than just silicone blending in your pores. The two that I keep on hand right here currently, the HelloFab Pores Be Gone Matte Primer with Fig Extract and the Perricone MD Instant Blur. Now both of these do smooth out the skin, fill in the pores, fill in any lines, and really give yourself that nice smooth base. However, in addition to that, they also vitamin A, C, and E, the fig extract. So these are all going to be antioxidant ingredients that are going to be anti-pollutants for keeping all that makeup and environmental crap out of your skin while also giving you a nice smooth barrier between your skin and the makeup. You guys know the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer is also on that list. Really, if you go through my primer collection, I have weaned out so many cosmetic brand makeup primers, and I've pretty much stuck to skincare primers just because I find that they do a little bit more of an added benefit. So I will be doing a video entirely on makeup with skincare benefits. So if you're looking for more than just a primer that is skincare, you'll be able to check that out in a couple days. I'm doing this one first. But the point is, just because you're putting makeup on your face doesn't mean that you are aging your skin. Really just make sure that you're cleaning your skin properly. That's the biggest issue. So a good primer will keep all that crap out of your skin, making sure that you're cleansing your skin thoroughly, whether that's using an oil-based cleanser followed by like a foaming cleanser or using a nice tool and really getting into the skin. You guys know I love the Pharmacy Green Clean to like melt away the makeup, and then I'll go in with like the Kiehl's Calendula cleanser or something that's going to be a little bit more of like a true cleanser. Makeup removers remove makeup. Cleansers clean your skin. Even when a brand or a product says that it does both, I don't believe it just because I've used a 2-in-1 makeup removing cleanser in one, and then I'll take a cotton round with my toner on it and I will literally get foundation off, and that's not okay. When you sleep with that crap on your skin, that's when those environmental factors influence you aging prematurely, breakouts, congested pores. Those are the issues with makeup. It's not from wearing it, it is entirely from not taking it off properly. The next one is a huge one, and this is one that's bothered me for years, and that is natural makeup or chemical-free makeup is better for you. So there is this big stigma that clean beauty is better, and to a certain extent there's truth there, that cleaner ingredients are definitely better than super chemically astringent ingredients. But then there's brands like Biossance or Kiehl's, which are not clean beauty brands in the traditional way, because they do have chemically derived or science-derived derivatives, but that doesn't mean that those are dirty ingredients or that they're bad for your skin. Just in the same way that coconut oil is natural, but if I rub that on my face, it is not going to be good for me. Chemical versus clean, I don't think really does justice to what people are looking for. I think you need to give yourself a strong assessment of what you're looking for in your skincare because, again, synthetic ingredients are, in some cases, going to be much more effective, especially when you're going into your, what I call like the doctor brands, Dr. Murad, Dr. Dennis Gross, even when you get into the Dr. Perricone. They are clinical strength ingredients. You're going to get more potency and more efficacy out of your products, but there is going to be that sacrifice in clean ingredients. That being said, what is derived as clean, like if you look at brands like Drunk Elephant, which is no parabens, phthalates, mineral oil, artificial fragrance, I stand behind all of those things. However, if you're looking for efficacy, sometimes you need things that are a little bit more potent than those clean lines. So, like, I personally find that, you guys know I love Murad. I love a lot of these more clinical lines just because I find that they do more for my skin. I look at the ingredients and make sure that there's nothing in there that's going to be hostile or harmful to my skin, but understand that clean and natural doesn't always mean safer skincare, especially with things like coconut. And that's only one ingredient. If you guys want a little bit more detail on like ingredients in skincare and how they hide ingredients, let me know. I can do a video on that as well. But for today, I'm kind of like broad focusing. And the big thing is understand the ingredients that work for you, understand the formulas, and understand why things are in there. For example, glycerin. Like several years ago, there was this big like anti-glycerin. Glycerin is horrible for your skin. Glycerin's not really that bad for your skin. It's a binder. So in certain quantities, it's used to boost hydration. And a lot of times, it will help retain moisture in the skin. If you're using certain synthesized glycerins versus a more naturally derived glycerin, you're definitely going to get differences in the structure and how they affect your skincare. But saying overall glycerin is bad is not necessarily something I believe in. So the last thing I'm going to go about is based upon acne and breakouts, and it's going to be like a 2-in-1. The first is that you get breakouts because you don't wash your skin. That is absolutely false. I mean, yes, if you don't wash your skin is going to break out. However, just because you have breakouts doesn't mean you're not washing your skin. Back on the exfoliation talk that we were going over, if you over exfoliate your skin, you can actually cause more breakouts. The same is said for cleansing. If you are harshly chemically cleansing your skin, well, you are going to congest your pores and you can cause breakouts. So using something that's going to be a little bit more powerful or strong for your cleanser in the evening, I shower twice a day. I'm neurotic like that, and I can't get into bed if I haven't taken a shower. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm groggy as hell unless I take a shower. So the way that I've structured my showers to make it beneficial, so I'm not shampooing, conditioning, washing my face, every single shower, is I've kind of itemized what I do when. So after I've had a nice long day, I will wash my hair at night. My hair is short, so it does get oily, so I do actually wash it every day, and then I will condition. But when it comes to washing my face, I will use an exfoliator at night 3 times a week, and I will use a cleanser that is a little bit more powerful in the evening time. Whereas in the morning, I will either just rinse with water and then go in with my toner, which is totally fine. You do not need to cleanse your skin twice a day. If you wash at night and you are rinsing and toning, that could be enough for you. I'm not going to say that is enough for everyone, but for a lot of people, that is totally sufficient. Especially if you're using cleansers like, for example, the Drunk Elephant Cleanser will help your body naturally balance its pH, which in turn is going to mean that in the morning you don't need to cleanse. You can just rinse it with water and then tone. That being said, I'll use a lightweight cleanser in the morning, something to just kind of zhuzh up the face, seal up the pores, get whatever gunk from sleeping is off my face, and then I can go in with a toner. That being said, I neurotically change my sheets all the time, and I do sleep on a silk pillowcase, which, again, both of those things will help keep debris and dirt from getting onto your skin. There's a lot that goes into that as well, but understanding that cleansing your skin is not a direct correlation to whether or not you have breakouts. Sometimes it's genetic and you can't help it. Ladies, sometimes it's just hormonal. It's going to happen that time of the month. You're going to see breakouts, and to be completely honest, there's no level of skincare that is going to 100% remove all risk of breakouts for everyone. I feel one coming in right here. Do I know what I did? No. Have I skipped any skincare lately? Not really. I mean, it literally could be anything, and that's okay. It's going to happen. The issue is don't beat yourself up when it does happen, and understand that the way you are taking care of your skin is not always going to be reflected in whether it's crystal clear or not. All right, so I think I went over more than 5, but as you got, I could talk about skincare for hours. My girls at Sephora used to make fun of me because every time I went into store and I was talking to them, I would get on a tangent about skincare, and I could go for literally hours talking about ingredients and formulas and what to work together. One of my favorite things to do was helping people build their skincare routines. So like I said before, comment down below. Let me know if you have a specific skin type and you're looking for the right moisturizer, or even if you just have questions on ingredients or formulas, sound off down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.